Hey everyone, and welcome to Let's Try Mini Motorways. So this is a game I actually already played a bit on Twitch, which you might or might not have seen. If not, then shameless plug, twitch.tv/marbozir. Anyway, so this is kind of a puzzle game, basically. It's by the same people who made Mini Metro, which you might or might not be familiar with. And again, it's basically a puzzle game. It's a very simple game, but it's also strangely addictive. There are daily challenges and weekly challenges. You can also compare your scores with your friends' scores and with the global leaderboard. Let's just do a regular map first, and then maybe we can do a challenge. And I'll show you how the game works. The main principle of the game is very simple. You have these buildings, which are destinations, and you have to send people there, of the same color. So we have a red house over here, and we have to send it right there, to the red building. And the loose condition is when the building fills up too much. You have these pins that stack up on top of the building, and when they stack up too much, you will get a timer. And when the timer runs out, that's it, that's where you lose. You can speed the game up, you can pause it to think, and once in a while you will get to pick a special thing to use. So right now we have one bridge. You can get roundabouts, you can get motorways, you can get tunnels, and probably something I'm forgetting. So once in a while you will get a choice what you want to get. You also have a limited number of road sections. Right now we have 13 more left. So that's that in a nutshell. The rules of this game are pretty simple, but it's a strangely addictive game, it really is. I would say it's a very chill game, but it kind of is, but it also isn't at the same time. Once you reach around 1000 score here, which is the number of trips basically, things start to get a little bit hectic, which you probably saw if you watched my stream. And if you didn't, I'm sure you'll find out here. So there are keyboard shortcuts for the speed ups. 1 is pause, 2 is normal speed, and the 3 is double speed. So we can do that. We can also use night mode and day mode. I use night mode because day mode is a little bit too bright for my taste. And you will get the different colors, yep, just like this. So as you might have guessed, each color needs to go to the same color building. However, here's the trick. And this isn't very intuitive when you first start playing, even after you have played for a while. You don't actually have to connect the houses. There's no penalty for not connecting houses, and in a sense, you get penalized for connecting them too quickly because it might create too much traffic. The only thing you actually have to do is not let the destinations fill up too much. And yes, here's a choice we have. We can get 20 road sections and a roundabout, or 20 road sections and 2 traffic lights. So we'll grab a roundabout. The roundabout needs a little bit of space, so I could place it here, then I can pause and redo the road a little bit, like this. That might be a little bit better. And also, don't think about this in terms of city design. All these roads and houses and buildings do not have to be connected to each other at all. In fact, a pretty good way to play the game, a pretty efficient way to play, is only connect the colors to each other and keep them completely separated. It's not always possible, especially after a while, but it's a pretty efficient way to do it, if you're able to do it for a while. So if I had enough road sections, and if I could actually build them here, I could build a road all the way around and just connect these yellow houses. You can totally do that. And after a while the map will start zooming out. This is not the entire playfield. It's bigger than that. Or at least it will be bigger than that. And yeah, I think that basically covers it. That's pretty much all the game rules. It's a pretty simple game, but like I said, it's strangely addictive. And it has good ambience. It is a good chill-out game, even though it gets a little bit hectic after a while. And some of the daily challenges are quite interesting, actually. Okay, yeah, so now we can pick traffic lights or roundabout again. Let's grab a roundabout. Roundabouts can be quite useful. In fact, I could have one here if I want to, kind of. It might not be a bad idea, actually. Okay, that connection will look a bit weird, but there we go. Not that we have a lot of cars right now, but roundabouts are always nice. I would probably get one over here as well, if I can get a third one. You can also remove them and place them elsewhere, so they are not stuck there forever once you place them. And yeah, so I don't actually have to connect this house if I don't want to. If I have enough cars to meet the demand in that specific building, then I can just keep that house disconnected. Obviously my score will go up a little bit slower, because you get the score for, you know, actually making the trips. But remember, the only loss condition is when these buildings fill up too much. That is the only loss condition. Here's a new color. So, okay, I have how many roads? 43. So in theory, I could just do something like this. Because why not? And just keep it completely disconnected. Also, you can change the direction the house is facing, but you cannot change like the entrance to the parking lot in the destination buildings, unfortunately. So here's a white house. Again, I don't have to connect it if these two houses are enough. They probably aren't enough, so I'm going to connect it for now. But if something starts creating too much traffic, you can just disconnect it. It's definitely a thing you can do. So yeah, this can go here. Here's a motorway, so I'll pick it up just to show you how it works. And the motorways in general are really good. I don't really see anything overly useful to connect with it. But we can always remove it. So here's how it works. You drop the starting point, then you drag it like this, and that's it, that's the motorway. It's super useful. And you can remove it anytime you want, and then place it elsewhere. So I could even disconnect this road right here to force them to use the motorway and reduce the regular traffic. It's actually not a bad idea. This way I know for a fact they will not go through here because they cannot. Just need to keep an eye on this building. I could actually connect these two houses slightly differently, like so. Alright then. So yeah, don't think about this in terms of city design too much. Think about this game in terms of a puzzle game, because that's basically what it is. And sometimes solutions that wouldn't make any sense in an actual city will definitely make sense here. Like a motorway leading to a completely disconnected set of houses. That absolutely makes sense in this game. Not necessarily in an actual real city. So that's the trick. Yeah, so now I probably don't need all these blue houses here, but they aren't really causing too much trouble, so we can keep them. And we do have one bridge, so now I have to use it here. So we can do it like this. So this is perfect because we have completely disconnected greenhouses. It probably won't stay like this for long, but right now this is an ideal situation. I might actually grab another bridge, because if I have to build one, I don't have any more bridges. And once the map zooms out, we might need more than one. So just grab that in advance, kind of. Yeah, so now we are probably better off having this motorway go through here. That's what I'm thinking. And reconnect the red houses. So I can't really connect them through here because there's a river. I mean, I can, but that will use a bridge, which I don't necessarily want to do right now. Whoops, I messed up that motorway. But we have to wait for cars to get off it. Here's another red house. Okay. Yeah, we have to wait until we can reuse the motorway. There we go. So now we can reuse it. Let's connect these blue houses here and maybe even disconnect them from the rest. Which will leave me with that yellow one, but the yellow one can go elsewhere. It can still go through here without being connected, and we have 24 more road sections. This should work nicely for now. So there's a round destination here, and these things generally require more cars. So you need to keep an eye on them more than on these square buildings. Alright, we are only at 200 right now. Things start getting way more hectic once you get closer to 1000. And getting to 2000 is definitely quite tricky. I only got past 2000 once, and it was just barely. So let's grab a motorway. You don't get as many road sections when you get a motorway, which is fair, but motorways are definitely worth it, as you can clearly see. So now I could disconnect this red cluster and use a motorway again, if I want to. So maybe not just yet. Now, this will be a problem, I think. So maybe we should go like this instead. Here. And these blue houses will hopefully fuel this building. Let's see if that's going to work. So now we'll probably get a timer here. Should be able to handle it, but you'll see what the actual loss condition is. Yeah, so there's the timer. Once this gets filled, you lose. That's it. And your score is up here. This is what your score is going to be. It should be fine with this motorway, but as you can see, you can lose pretty quickly if it gets out of hand. Okay, here's another one. So we don't have a lot of yellow houses currently. That might be a problem. This is quite a trip from over here. And we have a total of 3 buildings right now, 3 destinations, but only 6 yellow houses. So that might get a little bit tricky. Especially this one right here. I'm slightly concerned about it. We'll keep an eye on it, but it could get out of hand pretty quickly. I might need a motorway leading here. Okay, speaking of which, here's another motorway. It's actually probably a good idea just to connect it. Like so. That will make it way more convenient. Okay, white. Yeah, this one is also going to be tricky. Not a lot of white houses right now. And now I have to connect this section. Or I can have a dedicated motorway, which isn't worth it for 2 houses, but if we get more down here, it might be worth it. So let's find out. But this will be a problem area, I think. Yep, there's a weird red house. So I'm not going to connect this because there's no point. It's just one house. I don't need more red cars. Let's keep an eye on this. It might be okay. But maybe not for long. Yeah, no, I don't think it's going to be okay. It's not going to be okay. Okay, let's actually use a motorway here. I'm going to pause for a second, disconnect this entirely. Yeah, this is not needed, we can disconnect it. And then have a dedicated motorway right here. This also doesn't need to be connected. Here, okay. Something like that. And then we'll connect a motorway. Hopefully that will work well. So all of the white houses in this area will use this. Let's see if that's good enough. Here's another white house. And we can also connect this one, to be honest. They can all use this motorway here. That should work. Looks fine so far. Bridge traffic lights. I haven't used the traffic lights much, but I suppose we can grab them. We could have one here. No, we can't. Don't really see a good use for them right now. Maybe later. Everything is working relatively smoothly at the moment. So, okay, let's just connect these awkward red houses right here. I have enough road sections. So there it is. And that will work. And this can stay completely disconnected from the rest of the city. No problem with that. With all that said, we are not even at 500 yet, so this will get considerably worse. Okay, that's a lot of reds. We will get one more destination here, but it's not there yet. And there's a green now. Okay then. So actually, these two houses right here might be enough for that green building. Let's find out. I think they might actually be enough. If not, we can always connect. Oh yeah, here's the third one. And the fourth one. That will be enough for sure. And now we have a round yellow destination. Yeah, so that requires more. Now that might actually start to be a problem here. I think it will be a problem. Well, let's wait and see what's going to happen. I wouldn't mind another motorway here. Yeah, I see where this is going. See, a motorway from here to here would be quite useful. Or from here to here. That's a lot of red buildings here. Okay, 500 now. A roundabout bridge. Okay, how about a roundabout? It's not going to be super useful, but maybe we can put it to good use somewhere. Any area with a lot of traffic? So there's not really enough space here. I could still have it. And it might improve this area a little bit. I don't think it will improve it much. Probably not. Yeah, that's a lot of yellows. We could actually have a roundabout here. Maybe that's not a bad idea. Okay, so how about this? That might work. I'll keep an eye on it. Okay, here's a blow. That's kind of convenient, I suppose. Not connecting these yet. There's no need. We still have one more traffic light, but I don't really see a good use for it. Can't place it here, next to the motorway. I could place it here, but I don't think that's really useful enough. $600. And this guy can be connected. He'll probably go here. Okay, this should be fine. Getting closer to 1000. I don't expect to get to 2000, but hey, who knows? Maybe we will. We shall see. Okay, I don't think this will cause any problems. It shouldn't. I could move that motorway exit a little bit, which might not be a terrible idea. Like slightly more to the left. Maybe even like this. Okay, bridge, traffic lights. I was hoping for another motorway, but alas, that was not to be, apparently. Still looks mostly fine. This area is getting a little bit too crowded. I don't think even more traffic lights will help much. Unfortunately, I cannot move the exit. So it will have to stay this way. And obviously I can't move the building itself. And there's not a lot of space between these two. So I think this area will stay problematic for a while. Maybe even permanently. Don't see a good way to solve that. I think one way to solve that would be just disconnecting these red buildings here. And sending them elsewhere. Because they are causing problems for sure. On the other hand, someone needs to go here, into this building. But okay, let's try to disconnect them. And maybe send them through here. That might work. Could also do something like this. So that not everyone goes through here. $900. Yeah, this is roughly the point where things start getting worse. Significantly worse. They are already getting worse, as you can see. Yeah, so here's the problem. If I connect too many houses, I risk getting way too much traffic. Here's a motorway, so we can use that to solve a problem somewhere. Like, this is starting to look problematic, to be honest. And there's a timer. Just thinking about a good solution here. Okay, maybe... What if we do something like this? That's a bit of a weird solution, but it might just work. That might just work. But I might lose because of this now. Way too much traffic right here. Part of the reason why I want the yellows to go through the motorway. To make traffic here a little bit lighter. Look at all the white cars. Go on then. I don't know if they can get here quickly enough. Maybe, maybe not. I still do have some traffic lights, but I'm not sure if that's going to help much. Yeah, look at all the cars. Just way too many now. But that's basically it. That's the game in a nutshell. It's quite an addictive game. I've been enjoying it. It's a good coffee break game. And there is a new daily challenge every day, so you can do that. And then compare your score to your friends. Okay, I don't think we'll get much further here. I could maybe move this motorway a bit, but I think that's going to be too late. So I could just move it here directly, which would solve it in the longer run, but there's not enough time. Yep, right here. So our score was 1124, which is not that impressive. Let's maybe do the daily challenge here, shall we? 7 more hours left on this one. So, double the number of roundabouts awarded, and the roundabouts are the only weekly upgrade offered. Okay, that's interesting. That is actually interesting. We'll see how that will go. So, wait, we will only get roundabouts and nothing else. I haven't played the challenge like that yet. Alright, alright. Let's see how that will go. We'll have a lot of roundabouts, I guess. The problem with roundabouts is that while they are nice, they need to have enough space. And sometimes these big buildings are too close to each other. And there just isn't enough space for a roundabout. There should be enough space here, so we could maybe have one right here. Once we get one, because right now... Actually, yeah, we don't have one. So this is kind of enough space. It's going to look a little bit odd, but we can go with it. Still probably better than connecting it directly. Not right now, but once we get more traffic. Alright then. The game starts pretty slow, so it's actually quite chill initially. And then it gets crazy. Yep, more roundabouts. This is going to be a roundabout city. Yeah, let's just go like this. And no need for a roundabout here. Unless they feel like being really fancy. Let's see if we can get more than 1100 on this one. And you can only do the daily challenge and the weekly challenge once. In case it wasn't obvious. That's kind of the point of them. Alright. I don't like the ambience in this game. It is actually a pretty decent chill-out game, despite the fact it gets hectic. It's not super complicated, but at the same time, it's not easy. It's easy to learn, but it's hard to master. And it is random to some degree. I don't think the challenges are random, but the regular maps are definitely random in the sense, like where the buildings pop up and things like that. So, okay, I can't actually go like this, because this would be out of bounds. However, I suppose I can still go around, sort of. Once the map expands a little bit, I will move this road. But we have to wait for that to happen. This should still be fine though. is technically connected to the roundabout, but they don't have to use it. So I don't think that will cause any extra traffic. Alright, well, that's convenient. So far so good, but we're not even at 100 yet. And more roundabouts. I'm guessing we won't need any bridges, because we are not getting any. Okay, so yeah, let's just go around like this. I have 36 road sections. This should actually work just fine. Okay, this should work fine. I don't think we need a roundabout here. That seems kind of excessive. We might in the future, but right now that shouldn't be necessary. The only thing I wish you could do is like move where the entrance is to the parking lots. But unfortunately you cannot do that. So that can be a bit of a challenge at times. Yes, so I can't just go south because this will be outside of the map right now. I think I just have to connect it. So now we could have a roundabout here. Because now it will probably be problematic. One house will probably not be enough, but yeah, I assume we'll get more right here. So that this section can stay disconnected. Yeah, this should be fine. We'll keep an eye on it. And it's quite satisfying when it's all running well. It usually doesn't run well for long. Okay, we got 7 roundabouts now. That's a lot of roundabouts. I probably won't be needing that many. At least I don't think so. Okay, then. Well... that might be a bit problematic. It might actually be fine like this, for now. But we will get one more destination right here. Probably a different color. Definitely a different color. Yeah, and now I'll need more cars going to this one. Okay, time for a change. So now we could have a roundabout somewhere in this area, just to connect all of it. That's what I'm thinking. Something like this. It will look a little bit weird. But it should work. Okay, maybe connect that other house through here, so that it's not connected directly to the roundabout. Okay, this might actually work fine, let's find out. That's a lot of yellow houses though. Yeah, I think we should grab a roundabout here. So let's say like this. Disconnect that. Okay, this might work. Sort of. 4 buildings might not be enough here, but we'll see. I don't exactly have more at the moment. More roundabouts. We got 7 now. It's running pretty smoothly so far. But we're only 1/4 of the way to 1000. It's going to get worse, much worse. We're zooming out now. Slowly. And here's one awkward red house. Yeah, alright. So what the heck do I do with this? I don't have a bridge. I can't do anything with that, because I can't build a bridge. So that's a bit of a troll move. That's a very troll move. I literally can't do anything about that. Okay then, I guess we won't be doing anything. This is a bit of a troll building as well, because I can't go south. That will be outside of the map currently. So I have to connect it to my road network. Since we have a crap ton of roundabouts, let's just have one here, cause why not? Yeah, okay, might as well. Here. That might actually work fairly smoothly. Let's find out. Still waiting for one more building to pop up here. Okay. This is also fine. Still considering a roundabout here, but I don't think this will be useful enough. And I can't place it any further north. Because these 2 buildings are too close to each other, as you can see. So I don't know if this is going to be helpful enough. I don't think this will do much. Yeah, more roundabouts. But I have so many roundabouts that I might as well just use it. I don't think it will hurt. And it might help a little bit. I literally can't do anything with these 2 houses here. Yeah, like what the heck do we do with this? How? Like how? I don't have a bridge. I can't do anything here. What the heck? This is really weird. Like I literally can't do anything with this. Okay, that's very strange. So, was this a daily challenge that got randomly generated to be basically impossible past this point? Because it's literally impossible to connect this. Again, the only thing I get are roundabouts. I don't get any bridges. And there's no possible way to send any cards here. That is very awkward. It does kind of feel that this got generated to be impossible right now. Maybe the developers did not predict this kind of situation, where a challenge can get generated to be impossible. It would be nice if there was like a pre-placed bridge right here. But yeah, well, now there's a timer and there's nothing I can do about that. So there we go. I just randomly lost. Literally impossible, not clickbait. Hey, it's true! Like, it's actually possible past this point, and that's not clickbait. Okay, we got 500. So let's compare the scores to other people on my friends list. I'm kind of curious. Okay, so Potato got 879 on this one. I guess he didn't randomly get a building like that this early, but a little bit later. This was a very weird challenge, I don't know how I feel about that one. Well, anyway, that's Mini Motorways. that's pretty much it. It's quite a fun game. If you like games like this, I actually recommend it. And it's very easy and fast to learn. You only need 5-10 minutes to understand all the rules, or even less than that. However, that's the end of this video, so thanks for watching all the way to the end, I appreciate it. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.